Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Meri Atelier's Hop. It's the fourth Sunday hop. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and give this live a thumbs up. Hello, everybody. I'm super excited. So the theme for this Sunday is mini books. Woohoo! I like working on a smaller scale. A lot of my journals that I make are not a standard size Reader's Digest. I kind of like going a little bit smaller. But tonight we're going to be working with some mini books. So I'm super excited. So what I did was I pulled a couple of elements out to use in a mini book. And I got to thinking, what could I use to make a mini book? Well, there's, of course, 1,000 different ways and 1,000 different paths that you can go to creating a mini book. You can use paper, you can use wallpaper, fabric. I mean, you name it, it can be done just on a smaller scale. So a couple of elements that I pulled out perfect for my mini book would be, of course, the Tim Holtz little tiny paper clips. Yes, there's mini paper clips. So you got to have mini paper clips to go in your mini book, right? And then also I have some of these tiny little paper clips. I love these little bulldog clips. They're super cute. These are also a Tim Holtz product. And so I've pulled out those elements to use. And so I was kind of on the fence of what I wanted to use. Sometimes I save things like this. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming. There's so many great people here. Hello. Okay, so I save elements like this because not only is this fabulous for many different reasons, right? But I also got to looking at it and I said, if I cut it off about right here, that would be perfect for a mini book. And of course, we love the long, slender books. Of course, this is on a smaller scale, so I could use this. But then I kept thinking and I said, you know what? We have thousands of playing cards, right? Playing cards are very, very common. Actually, I sell playing cards. Many people have beautiful playing cards. So I said, let me make my mini book using some of my playing cards. Now, of course, you can use playing cards to make a book the generic way like this, of course, and then you would bind it. And here's your journal front and back. You can use two different cards. You can use this side, it doesn't matter. But what I thought of was even going on a smaller scale. So I decided to pull some of the playing cards that if I was to fold it in half to create the book, would it matter on the picture? So I thought these were a perfect element to use for a mini book. So I pulled out some cards that I thought would be great to use folded in half. And no matter what side I pick, the picture on the playing card, let me get it lined up straight because of course I didn't fold it right. Make sure you fold it right because it will line up. I thought, okay, the picture on the playing card would be perfect using it this way or this way. Either which way, it's fine. And the cool thing is how the card is oriented. It's almost like when we fold a piece of paper to use in our junk journal. Sometimes our piece of papers are sideways, right? So I thought this playing card was perfect. Using playing cards are a very sturdy cover. And usually that's a good element to use. Of course, you can cover the whole playing card if you want to. Hello, hello. Of course, you can cover the whole playing card or decoupage and cover the whole thing, or you can just use it as is. I also pulled out a couple of things that I thought would be small in a little tiny book. One of the things is stamps. Stamps are on a smaller scale and they have beautiful images on most of the stamps. Thank you. Um, so I thought this would be perfect size to use as a pocket. And how cute would it be to have a stamp pocket? So then you would just have to glue around the edges and leave the top open. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is one cover that I can use. Now keep in mind, if you do use a playing card cover, you can also save the box and use this as a box to put your playing card in. And all you would have to do would be to cut it in half and close one side up using the flap. Okay, so you would cut this in half, which fits perfectly into a box. You would cut this in half, take the flap off and put it where the opening is, or you can cover it with something else or use it as a slider or whatever you wanted to do. But the box is a perfect size to put your book in. You could also make like a matchbook style box if you wanted to. Also what I did was I took a coin wrapper and I thought this would be really cool to use as a pocket. So you would cut it down to size. And the top is always open on a coin wrapper and the bottom, but you would cut it and seal off where you needed it to be cut. So I thought that that would be a great pocket. But the good thing too about mini books is you can of course go smaller, and you can also make this a charm dangle. You could even make this size a charm dangle if you wanted to and add some beads. This is a clasp that Tim Holtz sells, and you could use this as a charm dangle and add some charms to put on your bigger size journal. Or you could also use it with a bulb pen. And of course, I got some eyelets out that you can reinforce the hole if you would like. Don't forget that you can always use, nice corner punches. Don't forget about your punches that you can use if you want to make some fancy corners. It fits perfectly in there. See how pretty this corner is? So you can definitely use it almost like a book plate, so to speak, because when you put your papers in there, it's definitely going to show a little bit better. So there's many options that you can do using a playing card for your book. So, of course, I got some cool papers to use. We got to cut down the size. Let me fold one more card in half just to kind of show you that you can kind of go any which way. Let's do this one. This one looks like something that you possibly... Altoid tins, that's right. Absolutely. You can also use this type of card. You would think that you couldn't, but the way that it goes, because sometimes I don't like my stuff sideways, but that's just me being picky. I tend to be a little bit picky with things, sometimes too picky, but anyways, and you got to be careful when you fold it that you're not folding it so fast. That's where you get this cracking, but you can always reinforce the spine. But this also looks good. Or if you don't like that side, you can use this side. It's perfect. And so, yeah, I think playing cards is a great way to use to make a small mini journal. And it's really sturdy. So thank you all for coming to the hop and giving me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. So what I'm going to do is just start playing. I think I'm going to use, here we go being picky, right? I also got this card. I really like this card. At first I didn't really know what type of flower it was. It was kind of confusing to me, but I figured it out. But I like this card with the papers that I had pulled out to use today. So, just make sure when you fold your card that you're a little easy. You don't want to fold it fast because then you're going to risk it cracking. Like some things that we use and fold. So, being picky is fine. Right? So the cool thing too is Tim Holtz also has some small words and some small sentences that will fit perfectly in my little journal, so you can use this. And then I also have some of his mini embellishments. So we'll get to play with those in just a second. Let me go ahead and add some papers to this. It's not going to take much or many. And so let's go ahead and fold some. I do not normally measure. Measuring kind of confuses me. And if you don't fold it or measure it right, sometimes it doesn't end up being on point, at least for me. So I kind of want the guess check word. So I'm going to imagine that I need about this much. And you're going to see me work without any measurements because I don't really like to measure. It's not that I don't or won't. It's just sometimes it just doesn't line up properly. We got to use some ledger because why not? It's cool. So I'm going to use some of this. Now, years ago, I say years ago, it was probably about a year ago. I think so. It was a year ago. Some people may know her, some people may not, but Karen Thompson had made me a small book, and I'll show you in just a second. Let me go ahead and add some paper to this and see what we get. A lot of mini books don't need a lot of paper. Because they're supposed to be mini, right? And you can fold this many different ways. I'm just kind of folding it the lazy way, just in half. And we'll just make an ordinary small book. And then we'll use some embellishments and some different things that I have in mind to use in my little book. And there's that. You need to get some words. Yeah, those words are fantastic. I also was on the fence about this little thing. This was a 1800s check book. And what I did was I just cut it down. And this is a perfect size mini book as well. But the size that I normally use for my journals, I would probably consider this more on the small side. And then the playing card would be my mini in my world. So there's that. I have some coffee dye dictionary that I'm going to use. So these are just a couple of things that you can do with the mini playing cards that we have. And there's several things that you can do to house them if you so choose. I'm going to put some words in there. So this is like a mini junk journal. That's what I'm going to call it. A mini junk journal with our playing cards. Of course, you can take some small stamps. I have some small ledger stamps that I can stamp and use. You know those little tiny Michael's letters? You know, they're like a long little wooden stick. They come, you know, individually, and they're really small letters. They come in this little tiny box. You can use those. Anything on the small side you want to cater to, I would think, to embellish and use in your mini journal. It just requires a little bit of thinking of what you can do to use inside of the journal. So again, I'm just folding a couple of pages. Hopefully everybody will enjoy the hop this evening. These are always fun. Thank you, Meri, for doing a wonderful job constructing them and getting us all together. And thank you for all the people in the chat and all the people that participate in the hop, for everybody also to enjoy as well. I was going to tell you too, don't forget your edge punches and things of that nature. Those are always good to use as well to decorate your edge. I did bring some really small skinny laces out to use possibly on my edge or as closures or as ties or as different things. I was just trying to think a little bit outside of the box. That's the way that I like to think, even though a junk journal is not, so to speak, outside of the box, but just add a twist to it. And one of my twists was using the playing card. So yeah, I think it would be cute. And so I'm just going to cut these papers down. Again, I'm not really measuring, I'm just cutting. I'm sure I get a lot of waste by not measuring, but I'm good with that. I am totally good with that. Don't forget that you can use tickets. Tickets are a small element to use. I think would be really cute. There's many different things you can do, really. I'm trying to cut this whole stack, and I think that that's a mistake with this cutter. So there's that. Look at the mess that I made. That's what I get for not measuring, right? And being lazy about it. I'll figure it out. Got to clean the edges. If I got to get some more paper, then I'll get some more paper. I'll figure it out. No worries. No worries. I also got these, which I thought was a good element to use as old checks. I think that they're perfect size when you fold them to use them as well. So just different things that I thought you could get, you know, a lot of writing on a smaller scale. Of course, you can cut down whatever you want and use whatever you want. But I was, you know, like this, for instance, like the stamps, for instance, it's just on a smaller scale that you can use without cutting it down to size, you know, a bunch of it down to size. Let's use my scissors. I think I'll do a better job than that cutter. And then what I'll do is I'll probably use some of these pieces to make tags and things like that, and belly bands, whatever I want to use, however I want to use it. So, oh, thanks, Chris. And thank you all for coming and being here. Now, don't forget that my market is coming up this coming weekend, and I hope to see each and every one of you here if you're able to make it. It's always fun. It's when multiple sellers come and they sell different items. And even if you can't buy, it's always a pleasure to hang out. See how pretty that is through that? Very nice. You can use little photo corners as like a tuck. You know, that's a good element to use as far as like a tuck. Of course, you can make your tuck, you know, out of a piece of paper, like a corner tuck. But if you've got a photo corner, just stick that baby on there and there you go, right? So, oh, I decided to use this one. I changed my mind. Or was it this one? Here we go, being picky. I'm trying to keep it together. And of course, if you want the rounded corners, you're going to have to round your corners. But I think this is a cute little mini book. Just saying. It's got to be even smaller because I got to cut the bottom. You can actually do, if you really wanted to, you can actually make as small as this is, you can actually make a spine and put 2 small signatures in it if you wanted to, which would shorten the card because you would have to come in some to make the spine, but that would be really cute as well. So the options are endless. I like endless options. That means you're not tied to one thing and you can do whatever. Whatever floats your boat. And if you get really small books, like even smaller than this, because you can cut the card in half and even fold that half into half, you could use it as a dangle on your journal with a bulb pen. Aha! So, there's that. All right, so let me round my corners. Sometimes when I work on a smaller scale, and I don't know if everybody this happens to, but I get real fumbly. Makes me fumbly. It does. Makes me really fumbly. All right. So I'm just going to round the corners. I just wanted to test one. I'm going to round the corners. I'm going to put more papers together and round them. I just kind of wanted to test this one and see if it was round enough. Sometimes corner punches are weird, at least for me. They're not very left-handed user-friendly. I'm just saying. At least for me, I'm having troubles. Okay, that's totally not working. We're going to skip that one. I don't like taking too long on one thing. Oh, dear. You get fumbly too? Yeah. I don't know why. I guess the intricacy of it. I don't know. I just get real fumbly with it. Like my grip is not strong enough to handle it. I don't know. Okay, that's too many papers. Well, here we go. 20 minutes on rounding corners. Whatever works. I think it's this stupid corner rounder thing. I'm telling you, it's not user-friendly for me. You know what? I've got a better one. I've got a better one. Doggone it. I'm not going to let it stop me. Okay. Let's use, not the stub one. Let's use angle. What is angle? Nope. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. What is deco? Stub. I don't want any of these. Never mind. I changed my mind. You know what? You know what's cool too? I just saw it in my room. Let me try this one more time. Ay, ay, ay. Thanks. And none of the tools work for us, right? Darn it. I don't know why. Why is it like that? It's prejudiced against left-handers. It's probably, you know, when these things were coming out, they probably wasn't even crossing their mind. Okay, we're just not going to round the corners. I'll just cut it after because I don't like spending too much time on that. Okay, so I'm over it. All right, let's put this in here because I'm picky now. And let's put this right here. All right, let's just sew this baby in. Which one we're using? I don't even know which one we were using. I think it'll be better if I just trim it once it's in. So what I saw too in my room that I thought would be really adorable is using a little tiny button or brad. And you could do like a little closure, you know, with the string where you wrap it around. You could do that. I mean, there's just numerous things that you can do. All right, here we go. This shouldn't be too hard, right? No, you're just on live. Of course it's going to be hard. Let me get a clip. Of course it'll be hard. You're on live. Where else? That's the only time things are most difficult. So I hope y'all try this and use this in your crafting because I think they're adorable. The clip is bigger than the whole doggone book, right? Yes. All right, here we go. I'm just going to do a two-hole. Watch your fingers. Oh dear. Y'all close your eyes. Just close your eyes and hope for the best. I'll keep mine open. You close them. All right, here we go. Just gonna wing it. That's what I normally do. Here we go. And another one. Straight in the middle of the crease. Perfect. Here we go. Yeah. Right? I couldn't imagine working even smaller than this because I'm really fumbly already. All right, so I got my waxed linen and I've already threaded it because I knew better. I knew better. And I think for this particular thing, I'm going to have my strings on the inside. Sometimes people like them on the inside. Sometimes people like them on the outside. I don't really have a preference of what I always do. I just do whatever I feel like doing. And I'm good with that. Some people have a preference. Also, what I normally do is I'll go back through it sometimes. And I think for this particular book, I want to go back through it. Now, if you go back through it, I've never seen anybody do this, but that doesn't mean it's never been done before. Don't get that twisted. But when you go back through, before you actually go through the hole, you can put seed beads or some small beads down the center, because when I pull it through, this thread is going to be straight across like this. So you can actually put little tiny beads or whatever on here if you really wanted to. And I'm just going to go back through the hole one more time and tie it off. And that's just what I'm going to do. Sometimes I go through it twice. Sometimes I go through it once. It's just whatever. The cool thing about wax thread is once you tie it like this, which y'all probably can't see, you saw me crisscross and then put the loop through and pull. But then when you put your fingernail dead in the center, it will hold it for you. So now you don't need another finger to tie the knot taut. It's really cool. I like it. Because once upon a time, I would always tell my son, hold your finger right there while I tie it. And so I think I'm going to leave my tails a little bit long. Not too much. I might want to add something. Who knows? There's little tiny charms and things that you can use in your little mini book. Hello, everyone. So here's my little playing card. And now we can embellish. Let me trim this up really quick. And I really don't know how much time I have left. I probably have plenty of time. Didn't take me long. Wasn't doing too much. I think the longest it took was for me to try and round these corners, which didn't even work. So, there's that. All right. You could add little dangles to your mini book. I mean, it's just endless. And there's your little mini book. Thanks, everyone. So here it is. It's a cutie. It is cute. So now we got to embellish it. Yes. It's adorable. I like using the small dictionary because if you look at it, it's right. I like stuff facing the right way for the most part. Uh-oh. We didn't sew through that one. Go figure. That doesn't surprise me a bit. But it's plenty of pages for this little thing. Okay, so now in order to do a pocket, hello, thanks. So in order to do a pocket, what I did also was get a money wrapper. And because it's open on the top and the bottom, I'm going to use this as a little tiny pocket because it's cool. And we're going to use that as a little pocket on what page? Let's see what page we want to use it on. Miss Picky. Miss Picky's got to pick. There we go. We can use it on this page right here. So, without measuring, I'm just going to cut it down some. And you can just put a little bit of glue inside to make your little pocket. Here comes my fumbliness. Don't watch. Every time I work with small stuff, I get fumbly. Did anybody tell me how much time I have left? I don't want to go over. Although I would love to hang with y'all. We'll have to hang next weekend at the market. Oh, thanks, Mary. 10 minutes. Okay, perfect. We can get some embellishing done. Woo! Okay, so here's my little pocket. Oh, I didn't let it sit for very long. Don't forget that you can use stamps for your little pocket or tuck. They're a perfect size if you need to cut them down. See? It's a perfect size to go all the way across to make a little pocket as well, you know, in there. So there's many things that you can do. And we're going to have to use one of these little tiny paper clips that Tim Holtz has because they're adorable. And in my mini book, why not use a little tiny paper clip? So let's see. I think we can paper clip a stamp. I think that would be great while that other little pocket dries really quick. let's put this dude right here with our little paper clip. And y'all just have to forgive me because, like I said, anytime I'm working with something small, I get fumbly. There, perfect. If you wanted to, also, you could add little dangly bits to your paper clip. You can curl the edge. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do to pay attention to the small little detail in my mini book. Because why not? It's adorable. Okay, so I guess I didn't even put enough glue or something because it's not sealed yet completely. You could always use double-sided tape. Usually that's what I do. If I have to seal the bottom of a pocket, I usually use double-sided tape, so believe it or not. Oh, thanks for coming. Yeah, thanks everybody for being here. And of course, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, please, and thank you. And thanks, Meri, for doing this. It's always a pleasure. All right, so we've got the little penny wrapper pockets. We're going to glue that baby down. I had just refilled this bottle, but you know, I didn't shake it up, and it looks like it's a little watery, and it's supposed to be art glitter glue. So there's that. So we're just going to use this because we just got really watery. Hopefully it didn't go through. All right, so here's my pocket. And of course you can embellish it even more with the Tim Holtz little embellishments. I mean, these are tiny. Some of these are super, super small. We can put like a little butterfly if we wanted to. Look at this. See how small this stuff is? It's perfect. It's perfect for your mini book. Yeah. Look at this little tiny thing. Get a little check. That's cute. Oh dear. That's really cute. I think we're going to use this one just cause. And you can just use your little embellishments. So yeah. I don't know how much time I have left. But don't forget the next person up is in the description box. And here's a little bit of an embellishment right here on top of my pocket because it's adorable. Why not? We got glue seeping out the pocket. We gotta let that dry for just a sec. Got a little wet. So, but like I said, you can use your corner punch and you can punch a little nice little corner on your book if you wanted to. I think we can. I think we can put one on the back because why not? 6 minutes. Thanks, Lori. All right, so let's put a little nice corner on the back. There we go. Perfect. Cute. That's perfect for my mini book. Let's put another one because it's adorable. Why not? There we go. Adorable. So that's it. Really nice. Might want to do the front now because I like it. And you just have fun and play. I wanted to show you really quick before I go to the next person is Karen Thompson had made me a book last year sometime. And it was an adorable mini book. This was something that she made for me because I love pink. And she did all of the embroidery work on it. And inside is several coffee dyed pages and stuff and color dyed pages. So there's many different things that you can do. That's adorable. That's a mini book, I think. So that's one thing that I received. So you can do it with cloth or whatever, really. But this particular thing is a playing card. See how cute? And like I said, you can use a Tim Holtz clip and a eyelet or a ball pen, and you could make a little journal dangle on your journal, and then add some beads down here if you really wanted to, and hang this off of your journal. The mini me of your little journal, I mean of your big journal. You can make a small faux keychain one. So there's many different things you can do. Thanks. Yeah, aren't they cute? It's just cute. And like I said, we have bunches of little charms and stuff that we can use to hang off of here. Or you could thread a couple of seed beads or some beads down the middle through your string. So yeah. So I guess we're going to have one more pocket before I go. And I'm going to make it a stamp pocket because why not? And so you would just need to glue some edge around the edge of your stamp. Make sure it's not upside down, because this is a perfect size for this particular journal. And oh, thanks, Colleen. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, I think it would be cute. A little mini version of your big journal or whatever. Or a little dangle. And you can, of course, make it even smaller if you want. You know, to make it actual journal dangle. And Meri is up next. Janet put her channel in the description, in the chat. So make sure when it's time that you head on over to Meri's channel. And there's the little pocket for that. It's a little stamp pocket. It's so cute. Look how cute. That's adorable. So there's that. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. And of course, you can use lace or ribbon or whatever to tie around it. A little tiny button or brad to wrap your little string around it, however you want to do. But this is just one idea that I came up with to make the mini journal or mini book. Yay! All right, so I think it's almost time to head on over to Meri Atelier's channel. If y'all get lost in the hop and you don't know where we're at or whose channel we're at, don't forget that you can always come back to my channel, because now it's in your history. And I have everybody listed in with the times and the links to their channel in my description. So just check the time of wherever you're lost, whenever you're lost, and you'll see where we're at. Thank you all for coming, and I hope I could be somewhat of an inspiration to you, and I will see y'all in chat. All right. Good night, everyone.